Question number 4th, exercise 7.1, chapter 7, congruence or triangles, class 9th. So given that L is parallel to M, two lines, L is parallel to M, P is parallel to Q, we have to prove that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle CDA. Now proof. So we all know that if two lines are parallel, right? So we can say this angle will be equal to this one, alternate interior angle, and this angle will be equal to this one, alternate interior angle, right? So in triangle ABC and triangle CDA, right? In triangle ABC and triangle CDA, we know that angle BAC is equal to angle DCA. Reason alternate interior angle, right? Here due to lack of space I am not writing complete this alternate interior angle, but you have to write it completely. Next, similarly we have angle this BCA. Angle BCA is equal to angle DAC. Same reason, alternate interior angle, right? And AC is equal to AC, common, right? So by angle side angle, so by ASA, triangle ABC is congruent to triangle CDA. So by angle side angle, ABC is congruent to triangle CDA. So hence proved. This is question number 4th. Next is question 5. So in question 5 it is given that L bisects angle A and BP is perpendicular to AP, BP is perpendicular to AP, and BQ is perpendicular to AQ, right? So we have to prove that triangle APB is congruent to triangle AQB and BP is equal to BQ. So proof. So what we have to prove, just start from there. In triangle APB and triangle AQB, right? In triangle APB and triangle AQB, what do we have? We have from the given, we know that L bisects angle A, so that means this angle will be equal to this one. So we can say angle BAP is equal to angle QAB, right? BAP is equal to BAQ from the same order, right? BAP, this one, so BAQ, right? Reason L bisects angle A, right? Next, we know that BP is perpendicular to this AP, so we can say angle BPA is equal to angle BQA is equal to 90 degree given, right? Next we have AB is equal to AB, common. AB is common in both the triangles, right? AB is equal to AB, it is common in both the triangles. So by angle side by AS, triangle APB is congruent to triangle AQB. So by CPCT we can say, so by CPCT we can say BP second and third will be equal to BQ, I mean third and second. BP is equal to BQ, hence proved. This is question number 5. Very easy. This chapter is very easy. We have to do nothing, just whatever things are given, just use that, write it, and find one more thing which is common, which will be common in most the cases. Otherwise it will be vertically opposite angle, which is very easy to determine, right? So this chapter is just free of effort. Just whatever things are given, just write it. Now this is question number 6. So this is the figure. Given that AC is equal to AE, AC is equal to AE, and AB is equal to AD, AB is equal to AD. Also angle BAD is equal to angle EAC, BAD is equal to EAC. Prove that BC is equal to DE. Now BC is this side and DE is this side. So BC is a part of this whole triangle, right? So proof Now BC is a part of triangle ABC. So in triangle ABC and D is a part of triangle ADE, right? So in triangle ABC and triangle ADE, what do we have? We know that AC is equal to AE, given. AB is equal to AD, this is also given. And angle BAD is equal to angle EAC, right? Given. But BAD is only this angle, right? But we want this whole angle, right? Similarly, EAC is this only angle, this is this small part, but we want this whole angle. Now what is common in these two angles? Angle DAE, DAC, right? We want to add DAC on both the sides, both the angles. So let's add angle BAD plus angle DAC is equal to angle EAC plus angle DAC. Why we are doing so? Just to make this whole angle equal to this whole angle, because we have taken triangle ABC. So we want angle BAC to be equal to angle DAE. So in order to do that, we are adding angle DAE on DAC on both the sides, right? So BAD plus DAC, BAD is this one, DAC is this one. So BAD plus DAC will be BAC, angle BAC, right? EAC plus DAC will be angle EAD, right? So now we can say by side angle side, so by SAS, triangle ABC is congruent to triangle ADE, right? AB is equal to AD, right? So ABC is congruent to triangle AD. Sorry, I just forgot to keep that notebook down. Just listen again. What we have to do, BAD is equal to EAC. So let me use this red pen. BAD is equal to EAC means this angle, right? This angle is equal to this angle. But triangles, we have taken this whole triangle, right? So we want this angle to be equal to this whole angle. So what is common? This portion is common in both the angles, right? So we are adding this portion on both the sides. So adding DAC on both the sides, right? So that will make angle BAC is equal to angle EAD. So by SAS, the triangles are congruent. So by CPCT, corresponding parts of congruent triangle BC second third will be equal to DE second third. So hence proved. So this is question number 6th. Please note down. Now next is question number 7th. Given that BAD is equal to AB, this is the figure. BAD, this angle is equal to this angle, and EPA is equal to DPB. EPA, this angle is equal to DPB, this angle. We have to prove that triangle DAP is congruent to triangle EBP. So let's start from there. So in triangle DAP and triangle EBP, so what do we have? We know that angle DAP. Okay, so we know that angle DAP is equal to angle EBP, right? Because we know that angle BAD is equal to angle ABE. So these are same angles, right? Similarly, we know that P is the midpoint. So it is given that P is midpoint. So we know that AP is equal to BP, right? So P is midpoint. So we can say AP is equal to BP. P is midpoint of AB, right? Also we know that angle EPA, angle DPB, let's write DPB, angle DPB, DAP, okay, this triangle we have. So let's write angle EPA is equal to angle DPB. But these are this angle only, but we want this whole angle. So for that whole angle, what we have to do, we have to add the angles, right? So let's add this portion to both the angles, right? So angle EPA plus angle EPD is equal to angle DPB plus angle EPD, right? If we are adding an angle to both the sides, it does not create any difference. So this plus this will be angle DPA is equal to DPA, this angle is DPA, and this plus this will be equal to angle EPB. So DPA is equal to EPB. So now angle side angle, angle side angle. So by ASA, triangle DAP is congruent to triangle EBP. Also by CPCT, so by CPCT we can say AD, first second, second first is equal to BE, second first. Hence proved. This is our proof of question number 7. So as you can see, we have done nothing but analyze the figure carefully. Whatever information is given to us, just use it and write it and analyze that information. We cannot simply or blindly say this angle is equal to that angle and simply by ASA. No, because this angle is not a part of this whole triangle. So in order to be a part of this whole triangle, we should have this whole angle to be equal to this whole angle. So we have added angle EPD on both the sides, right? So next, question number 8. Now it is given that angle ACB is 90 degree. This angle is 90 degree. M is midpoint of AB. So M is midpoint of AB. So that means AM is equal to BM. DM is equal to CM. So DM is equal to CM. Show that triangle AMC is congruent to triangle BMD. So start from there. In triangle AMC and triangle BMD, now we know that AM is equal to BM. Reason, M is midpoint of AB, right? If M is midpoint of AB, so AM is equal to BM. Also DM is equal to CM. Okay, CM. So write first CM is equal to DM, because we are writing parts of this triangle first. So CM is equal to DM, it is given. Also we know that this angle will be equal to this angle, vertically opposite angle. So angle AMC is equal to angle BMD, vertically opposite angle. So by side angle side, triangle AMC is congruent to triangle BMD. Now by CPCT, because we have to find out next part also. So by CPCT we can say AC is equal to DB. Also angle MAC is equal to angle MBC, MAC, MBD, right? And angle MCA is equal to angle MDB by CPCT, right? So next part is show that angle DBC is 90 degree, right? Now if from this equation, from these two angles, what we have done, this angle is equal to this angle and this angle is equal to this angle. Now if alternate interior angles are equal, because by CPCT we have made these two angles equal, these two pair of angles equal. So if alternate interior angles are equal, this implies AC is parallel to BD, right? AC is parallel to BD because alternate interior angles are equal. How they are equal? By CPCT. right? So AC is parallel to BD. Now if two lines are parallel, so that means angle ACB plus angle DBC is equal to 90 degree. Reason is supplementary angles. Supplementary angles. When two lines are parallel, so, or we can say co-interior angles also, these are co-interior angles. Some of these angles will be 90 degree. Oh, sorry, 180 degree. Some of these angles will be 180 degree co-interior angles or supplementary angles also you can say. So ACB, we know that ACB is equal to 90 degree, it is given, plus angle DBC we don't know, is equal to 180. This implies angle DBC is equal to 90 degree. 180 minus 90. This we have proved here. This we have proved, right? First and second part we have already proved. Third part is triangle DBC and triangle ACB. Start from there. In triangle DBC and triangle ACB, right? So DBC and ACB. So keep the figure and keep noticing what I am writing. So angle DBC is equal to angle ACB is equal to 90 degree, proved above. Because DBC is 90 degree and ACB it is given that it is equal to 90 degree, so both the angles are equal. Also this DB is equal to AC. This is also we have proved here from equation first. DB is equal to AC. So we can say from 1 DB is equal to AC, and when DB is equal to AC and this BC is equal to BC common, so by SAS side angle side, triangle DBC is congruent to triangle ACB. This is third part we have proved. So by CPCT we can say DC is equal to AB, right? Hypotenuse are equal. So by CPCT this whole DC is equal to AB. Now DC can be written as twice of CM because DC is DM plus CM and DM is equal to CM, it is given, right? So DC can be written as DM plus CM is equal to AB. So DM can be replaced by CM because DM is equal to CM is equal to AB. So twice of CM is equal to AB, or we can say CM is equal to half of AB. So this is question, this we have also proved. So hence proved all the four parts. This question is quite lengthy, but don't get confused, just go step by step, watch this video again, or if there is any doubt just ask me. So that's all about this exercise 7.1. In the next video we'll discuss exercise 7.2. Before that we'll do some theorems. So thank you for watching.